All right, welcome back to Five on the Floor. I'm Ethan Skolnick, and today, as part of our sponsor corner segment, you can find him at Real Estate Shop. That's with two P's and an E, realestateshopfl.com, or the Fort Lauderdale Realtor on Instagram. Our guy Javier Iglesias, he'll tell you more about what he does in a second, but he's also a huge Miami Heat fan. He's the guy who identified Drew Smith early this season. It was basically two people. There were two people on an island about Drew Smith, Eric Spoelstra and Javier Iglesias. And unfortunately, we jinxed Drew because Drew was performing to the level that we had hoped, or I never thought he would get to. And then ultimately, and you were saying he should start. And honestly, I think that might be happening right now if he was healthy. But of course, he tore his
Yeah.
Achilles and won't be back until training camp last year. Take your victory lap on Drew Smith first, and then I will get to our two questions of the day.
Man, I feel bad for the guy. I actually had a ACL injury a year and a half ago also. And so I know how hard it is to come back from an injury like that. And then for something like that to happen, it's just terrible. So hopefully he's getting some rehab and getting better soon because he was doing his thing.
Yeah, he was doing his thing, and he would be playing right now. There's no question
Yep.
he'd be in the rotation. And he was right. He was like 2 days from getting a full
Yep.
contract, which is the real shame of this. But they're going to take care of him. That I believe. All right, let's get to two questions. I got to ask you the question of the day, and this may change by the time that this airs, so we're going to post it up as quickly as possible. You are the voice of all fans now, right now, for this very moment. When I was polling this prior to the New Orleans game on January 1st, it seemed like the fan base was split 50-50 between Jimmy and the front office. It does not seem like that now. Every time I poll this, it's 80-20 against Jimmy, essentially, in the way that he's handling the situation. I mean, consistently. It doesn't matter which way I write the question. People think I'm trying to frame it a certain way. I'm not. I'm putting it up all kinds of different ways, and it's 4-1. And most say that both are at fault to some degree, which I know we've had some guests on who've said that, like Sedano and others, but that ultimately right now it's more Jimmy at fault. Are you in agreement with that?
Yeah, I would have to agree. I mean, at the end of the day, there shouldn't be one person bigger than the team. And I think that that's what people are starting to realize, right? I think everybody's probably very thankful about what Jimmy's done in the past 4 or 5 years, but he's got to look in the mirror and realize he's not 30. He's, 35, going to be 36 soon. And what he's asking them to do is probably something that's a little bit unreasonable, given that he hasn't played full seasons the last 2 or 3 years, right? So, I side with the team always. I think, Pat's going to try to do what's best for the team. And would I want him to stick around after all this drama? I don't know if that's the best thing for the team. When this whole thing started, I wanted him to be around. I wanted us to figure out a solution, but now do you look at it and go, is it irreparable? I don't know if it's something that they can bring him back and it'll be good for the team. I think they're starting to find their groove now, and to bring him back is going to be tough.
Good for downloads, though. More people will find out about realestateshopfl.com. All right, so here's the other question. I think this is a trickier one. As we're speaking here, Terry Rozier is 5 for 41 from three over his past 7 games. I am not going to challenge his effort. He's trying, it's not
Yeah.
working. He's starting now. They don't have a ton of other options. They put Burks in the rotation. Larson's not, but they haven't tried Christopher yet. They don't have Drew Smith. They don't have Jimmy. What would you do right now with Terry Rozier?
I mean, you have to reduce his minutes. I think he's been up there in minutes in the last 2, 3 games. I think almost 40 minutes a game. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, he's been in the low 30s consistently.
Yeah.
They're keeping his minutes at that level
I would
basically.
love for him to be in the 25 to 22 range. I think Duncan needs to play a little bit more. I know he's been playing really well with Bam. And then just, by committee help. Jaquez has been trending a little bit better. Bam and Ware. I mean, I don't know that you need a full-time point guard right now. Would we love to have one? Yes, but there's not many on the roster, and Terry's kind of a negative right now. So, I wouldn't mind if Jaquez and Bam handle the ball, and you give the ball a little bit more to your other playmakers. He's just struggling really bad. I mean, 5 for 41 is awful.
Yeah, and that doesn't even include all the over dribbling and everything else that's going
The
on. And also
turnover.
And Jovic is a playmaker too, and we've seen that. So they do have enough guys that can put the ball in his hands. All right. So again, they acquired Terry in a trade last year. They gave up a first round pick. We will see if they make another trade now. I don't know that Jimmy has a realtor at this stage, but well, I guess he does because I think that house was listed, right?
Yep.
But anyway, tell us about Real Estate Shop.
So, like, we've said before, we are a local brokerage founded by myself and my wife. We take care of our clients deeply, whether it's buying or selling, investments, rentals. We kind of do it all. Also manage your rentals if you like, have a deep background in property management as well. So, we're just here to help the local community, whether it's Broward, Miami-Dade, or Palm Beach County. You know, whether it's a small condo at $200,000 or a house at $2 million. We have the full range of services here. So looking forward to helping some of you guys and talking heat as well.
All right. And where can they find you? Again, realestateshopfl.com, also Fort Lauderdale Realtor on Instagram, and the phone number.
Give me a call, 954-268-9812.
All right. We appreciate all of our sponsors here, particularly the ones that know ball, of which actually, we have between Lynette, yourself, Eric Rubenstein, we have a contingent, our guy Nelson with C-Arm, all Heat fans, which tends to be the people who support the network, and we appreciate you. So reach out to Javier today. Again, check it out, realestateshopfl.com. And, we'll see if Terry needs that house somewhere else, but never mind.
Package him with Jimmy. Send him out.
You just want the player movement because it's good
Yeah.
for business. All right. Anyway, Javier, we appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
Take care.